Hello， 大家好，我们是海之蓝游艇。我们现在在德国2025年的杜塞尔多游艇展。那我们很高兴呢来采访这个项目组总监。Hello，how are you?
Hello, fine, and you? Welcome to Düsseldorf.
Thank you. 能不能帮我们简单介绍一下这个展会
Port Düsseldorf is started at 1969 and was a regional show for boaters, sailors, only here in Düsseldorf. And in 56 years, it grows and it became the biggest boating and water sport show in the world.
我很奇怪哈，这个杜塞尔多夫它是一个内陆的城市，那么它为什么能够办成一个全世界最大的室内游艇展？
Many people are asking this. Sometimes I ask it also by myself. But if you dive deep into the market, into the industry, then you can easily understand why Düsseldorf became the capital of the boating and water sports industry. The reason is, number one, around Düsseldorf in 500 kilometers, we have about 120 million people living. Yeah, Paris is very near, London is very near, main big cities are very near, and people who do sailing, like for instance in the Netherlands, sailing is very popular, and Düsseldorf is very near. So they are coming, they stay 1 or 2 days, and they find everything they need. At the same time, we have an international airport, and we are a very easy city. So somebody can come in the morning from London, for instance. He takes 1 hour to be at the airport and 10 minutes to come to the fairground. So he's coming in the morning and leaving in the afternoon. We have visitors, they go back to Paris or London in the evening, and in the morning they fly again back here because they didn't finish what they see. We have 220,000 square meters full of yachts up to 35 meters, many boats, super boats, rigid boats, small boats, middle-sized boats. We have more than 1,000 boats. This time I think we have 1,200 boats presented here on the fairground. Then we have diving. It's the biggest diving exhibition if you take it by itself. We have 430 diving companies for equipment, dive schools, and also destinations for diving represented here. We have charter, marinas, destinations for water sport. They are all presented here from Sweden, from Germany, from the Mediterranean. So many exhibitors. The best we can do for our exhibitors, we have more than 200,000 visitors. And from the 200,000 visitors, more than 70,000 visitors are coming from more than 100 countries. So we have Chinese guests, they are coming from China to Düsseldorf to see the show, to buy a boat, to make business. And we have also from the USA, from so many parts of this world, and they all come in January to Düsseldorf. And there is no show in the whole world having this amount of international visitors like here in Düsseldorf.
这一届的游艇展大概有没有预计多少观众会参加？
At the moment, the market is growing a bit. So we expect a bit better market in 25 than in 24. So we will not reach the heights of visitors, but again, our goal is to have more than 200,000 visitors, and this is what we expect this year.
这么大的一个展会哈，当地政府提供了什么支持？
No.
全部都是自己企业做运营。
No. What happens is that Messe Düsseldorf is been owned mainly by the municipality of Düsseldorf. So we are running the business like an independent company. But of course, some of the exhibitors from several countries are here, and they are using the subsidies which are coming from the country to promote their product or their services here. But for us, This is a pure independent company.
杜赛展到今天是56届哈，在这个过程里面有没有出现过特别困难的时候？
There were always times we are depending on the industry. If the industry is doing fine, a boat show anywhere, not only in Düsseldorf, is very strong. If the times are not so good, then it's going down a bit. But then again, whoop, it's coming up. So, and this is what we expect. We know that in 2008, if you remember the financial crisis we had, it was difficult for the companies because people didn't buy boats and they didn't have the money to make marketing, to come to shows, and it was a difficult time for the industry and also for us. But together, the industry and Boat Düsseldorf, we were very creative. We invited people. We told them that no matter if you buy or not, have a good time at Boat Düsseldorf and start dreaming about the product you want to buy. At the same time, we invited business people because the business had to continue. We said, maybe the business is low now, but it will become better. And this is what we say also today. And we are not bad. It is a slowdown of the production, but it's not the end. We are still producing boats. We are still selling boats and water sport equipment. And now we called all interested people to come to see what's around. Some of them will not buy a boat now, but maybe they will buy a boat in 1 or 2 years. So they are getting the information, they are going to the producers. And a good example is diving. When COVID came, the diving industry was completely lost because no travel. If you want from Europe to dive, you have to go to nice destinations. But if you cannot travel, you don't have nice destinations. So many companies closed, they couldn't go diving, and it was very difficult for them. But they continued coming here. Not as many as today, but they continue. They say, we will become stronger again. And we help them with marketing to grow again the market. And now they are back with 430 diving exhibitors. So this is always a market reaction. Our role is to change, or let's say it in this way, so everybody understands it. We have a challenge and we have to make the challenge to turn it into success.
现在整个的经济环境哈，包括营销的环境都在变化，那对展览会有没有什么影响？
It has an influence because if you buy a boat, you do it because you are emotional loaded, you want to go on the water, and if you don't feel the surroundings safe and you are not secure about the future, and you don't buy the boat now, you wait until you have a better view and security about the future. And of course, it slows down the market, but the dream is still here. And the situation now is that we have many question marks. The Ukraine war, the inflation, the new government in the USA, how will it be with Europe, yeah? And these questions, of course, are worrying people, but they're still dreaming about going diving, doing water sports, buying a boat. They don't stop living. So we are here and we tell them, come, live your dream at Boat Düsseldorf, go to your suppliers, look at the boat you want to buy, and maybe later you will be able to do it if you feel secure. We had in last year, 2024, 41,000 visitors. They stated, yes, in the next 5 years, I want to buy a boat. And most of them are surely back. Maybe some of them will buy a boat this year. Others will buy a boat next year. We will ask again this year how many of them would like to buy a boat in the next 5 years. And this is encouraging us. So the market is there, people are there. And if the situation gets better, like after the financial crisis, the market went up again. Yeah, and people were starting buying boats again. And we are patient, and the industry knows how to react on such situations, and they will get back to the market soon.
水上运动呢，在欧美是一个很成熟了哈。那类似像亚洲、东南亚、中国哈，还是一个新兴市场。你如何看这个市场？
Water sports is very common in most part of the world. Here in Europe, small children are trained to learn swimming, so they feel secure if they flow in the water and they like it very much. So water is something which they like. They love water, like we say in our campaign. This is the first step. Creating a water sport culture is the main thing. This is very important. If a government supports the society to create a water sport culture, then the water sport industry is in a better position to sell products for water sports. If I cannot swim, I am afraid going on a boat. So I need to feel the security and to create the water sport culture. And then the market grows.
杜塞尔多展是一个很好的展会哈。那么如何办好一个优秀的一个展会
We know already today how boat Dusseldorf in 1 year will look like. Because our strategy is not for 1 year, our strategy is minimum for 5 years. But the preparation is difficult because we bring more than 1,000 boats here. If we bring a 30-meter yacht, you go to Hall 6 and you see many big yachts. The first question is how the yachts are coming in this hall. This is a lot of logistics. It's a lot of planning. So we start already planning next year because we talk to the exhibitors and most of them are coming back. Hall 6 is full. Everybody is taken the place he needs. And yesterday I went to Hall 6 and the exhibitor said, next year I need more space. And I said, yes, if I can give it to you, I'm glad. But you know, your neighbor also will come back and the other neighbor also will come back. So it's difficult to expand. But whatever you need, we discuss it in April, May, and then we finalize your space and then you know which kind of boats you can bring. And this is what we are doing in all halls. It's important to have for the visitor a clear segmentation so the visitor knows I'm a diver, I go to the diving hall, I find everything there. I am a motorboater with small boats, I go to Hall 3, I find everywhere there. This good organization helps the visitor to come here in an efficient way and find what he's looking for. If we have a mixed up, then the visitor will be confused, saying, okay, but I have to go now back to the other hall. So the organization we made up in 56 years is now, and this is what the exhibitors are saying, is a perfect segmentation so everybody finds easily what he's looking for.
你有没有兴趣到中国去办展会
We are always looking to several markets. And what is making me very happy is that we have many Chinese exhibitors this year especially. And we have, for instance, an exhibitor who is producing outboard engines. And we welcomed him last year in Hall 3 with a very nice stand, very good engines. And I went to the stand and I said at the end of the show last year, and they said we were very happy. It was such a good show for us. We have many interested dealers coming. They want to have our products. Said, so you are coming back next year? Yes, we are coming back and we want to get bigger. And this is, of course, very interesting for us. But this is not a one-way job. If we have the opportunity to make something in China and we are invited to exchange some thoughts and to research the market, we will do that.
这一次有40多家的中国展商来参展哈，我们希望说明年呢，Mr专业会带来更多的那个展商。
Yes.
我们这几天也会做很多的报告，把那个杜塞展介绍给全世界的中文的读者。
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure meeting you and thank you for coming here.